Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about Terra Luna. If you have been paying attention, it is starting to have a very strong rally up and the trend has been completely flipped upside down while the whales and the retail investors make a return. But in the past 1 hour, we did have a strong pullback and there is a huge factor affecting it. Before we get into that, we also need to talk about CZ. He talked about how Luna might be not something he will be investing in the future. Before we get into all of that, if you guys are here for the first time, you do want to stay up to date with everything to do with Luna, I highly recommend you scroll down, tap the red subscribe button. About 60% of you guys who watch the videos are not subscribed, so I feel like a lot of you guys forgot. So make sure you go down and see that you have pressed the red subscribe button. While you're there, slap a like on the video, completely free to do so for the YouTube algorithm, to push the video out to more people, to have people put more trust into Luna. They decide to buy into it, start spiking up, all of us make a lot of profit. So make sure you go down and slap a like on it. Other than that, let's get straight into it. So to begin with today's video, first of all, I want to show you guys something important and then we will come back to the 1 hour chart. But if we just look at the past 1 hour, you guys can see compared to the trend that it was starting to form, we did have a strong pullback in the last 30 minutes, and there is a singular reason behind that, and that is the tweet that was posted by the official TERRA Twitter page. The prop 1299 to enable IBC has passed but did not successfully execute due to the technical issues, namely the proposal attempted to enable IBC transfers which were already enabled. Now they're talking about the whole of the poll that is going on and also trying to enable IBC. If we decide to go on to the second part of it, it will make more sense. During UST DPEG, IBC channels were closed but not disabled as a stopgap measure to prevent impermanent loss being incurred on UST and Luna pools on this company and other IBC decks. As a result, users were unable to transfer their assets across the IBC chain, and after they noticed that there is going to be a new and also did a poll for the re-enabling of IBC, 95% of the people said yes, they tried to do it, but at the same time there were some technical issues and they were not able to start it back up. This was to protect people from getting impermanent loss, which is the movement loss, where you lose a lot of money in a short period of time because the price was just crashing very heavy. And the third part of this said, we are aware of this issue associated with this proposal and we are working on getting the IBC channels open for users as soon as possible. Stay on the lookout for future updates. Now you guys know Terra 2.0 is nearly here and it is going to be coming out for sure. So what this is trying to do is also put life back into Terra Classic, which we know right now as Luna. Now if they do decide to turn on the IBC, that is obviously going to be much better as people will be able to transfer their token out of some exchanges where it is stuck right now and they're not able to move it, and obviously people will have more freedom. And this was taken a little negatively when it comes to the chart. A lot of people were not happy that they had technical issues just turning the IBC back on. If we do decide to see, there was a strong pullback but it did recover. This post was made about 15 minutes ago, but overall if we still look at the trend is doing very well with Luna, and with the whole market recovering, Bitcoin going back over the 30k market, Luna did have the strongest pull up in the whole of the crypto market today. If you have not paid attention, well, let's just say Luna did go up close to 40 to 50% after coming up close to 70 to 90% yesterday. Now this zigzag line that is formed right now, we just need to make sure that this higher high that is going to be forming needs to be higher than this one, which is going to be a strong resistance point if we do decide to carry on the move. I mean, this tweet that was done, we did have a strong pullback, but the pullback was not so significant that the trend would be broken, and there is a huge reason why this trend is going so strong. And if we decide to look at coin market cap, it will give you all you need. Look at the trading volume, it is close to 2.2 billion. It clearly suggests that there is a lot of whales and a lot of retail investors investors buying into Luna right now, and at the same time the market cap is climbing very fast, and the trading volume to the market cap ratio is close to 170%, which is amazing. It is doing so well. That's why this trend is not going to be slowing down anytime soon. If it does decide to break through this resistance period that was posted just about 24 hours ago, we will not have much that will be slowing us down, and we will be able to carry on up to a very stealthy point close to 37. So from this point on, that would still be another 2x. So if you decide to put your money today, maybe in the next 48 hours your money might double in Luna, which is crazy to think, but it can happen as there is not much resistance that is actually holding on to Luna's price down. Another thing which I want to show you guys is Binance CEO CZ clears the air, his decision to trade Luna despite the collapse and more. So our boy, you guys know, he went on and started an AMA and did a Q&A session. Now in the Q&A session there were some questions that were asked to him. Does he still trade UST? Why Binance once said UST is safe? Will participate in rebuilding of Luna? Will Binance be counterparty? What risk does BUSD have? Is BSC too centralized? What is the value of Web 3.0? How has life changed since the richest man? Now, these are some important questions that were asked to him, and when he responded, we suspended trading briefly when the validators paused the blockchain. Even that caused a lot of complaints, he wrote, but I believe our action forced the validators to resume the network within a couple of hours. No one is forcing anyone to buy just because trading is on. High risk tolerance buyers are willing to take over from the sellers. The marketplace is neutral. Yes, there are some as part of Earn program. These programs are accomplished by user education and extensive disclaimers. We are transparent about how this works and the risk associated with it. I mean, I do agree with him. It is not his fault as all, because they're obviously trying to help people earn money, but at the same time they do give disclaimers. Another thing is over here. This was posted by Motifools. I'm not very big fan of them. They're very not a good company, but what they said in this last paragraph, I really liked it. Even if the new blockchain earns the trust of the crypto community, TERRA wouldn't be same without its native stablecoin, which is obviously UST. For that reason, I think it is a watch and wait situation. TERRA may regain its former glory, or it may fade into the background of crypto industry. This is just going to be a sitting and watching scenario. I really like that, and I personally do agree with that quite strongly. TERRA's collapse might have silenced some of the trash talking, but Kwon isn't going away. He insists he will plan to rebuild, and they're obviously talking about Luna 2.0. If they do decide to rebuild it and it works out very well after the airdrops, as it's not going to be owned anything by the company, it will mostly be owned by the community. Maybe it might actually get everyone's trust back and start climbing back, and if it does decide to make it to the top 10, this would be a story to regain and tell our kids. I'm not even gonna lie about that. Another interesting thing is there are some lessons that were learned from this. Stable assets require stable reserves. I just want to mention them. Buy value, not hype. Crypto isn't all decentralized. And finally, stay humble even if you're rich. And they're obviously talking about some things that happened with the authorities of South Korea. I mean, personally, this is a really interesting story starting to build up, as I personally think Luna still has some chance to climb back up before Luna 2.0 is released. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys agree with this. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, do want to stay up to date with everything, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.